The brand new recruit and new season just came out, so in today's video, I'll be giving you 11 solo queue strats that you can do with the new recruit. The first of which being if you bring EMP grenades and hard breaching charges. If you see that there's like a bandit or a kid on the wall and you know where the electrical utility is, you can easily, as a solo queue player, get your EMP grenades out, throw them on the wall, and then get the hard breaching out and put that on the wall. And now, you've effectively gotten the wall completely by yourself, and you still have an EMP to spare as well. Now, if you play sentry on defense, you should run this next strat, which is actually a nitro cell paired up with a proximity alarm. If you have a proximity alarm under a window, just like this, the noise of that proximity alarm is very, very loud. Understand? As you can hear, that's pretty loud. So now if you go downstairs and you know exactly where your proximity alarm is, you can get your nitro cell out just like this and pre-place it. And now whenever the person hops in the window and you hear the proximity alarm going off, you can blow up the nitro cell and get a free kill. Bringing it back to the attack, if you want to be able to flush people out of positions, kind of like the Jaeger behind this generator right here, but they have a bunch of ADSs, a great strategy is to bring frag grenades and also to bring flash grenades. With the flash grenades, as you can see, I can burn all of the ADSs just like that, and then I can nade the kid from behind the generator all in one operator, which will force him to either, die to the grenade or swing out like he did here, and then you can get a free kill. So if you notice someone's in a really tough, hard spot to get him out of, just bring flashes and frag grenades. If you want something good for the defense, then oh, okay, hold up. If you're ever on the defending side though, then make sure you try out this next strat, which is bringing a nitro cell and a deployable shield. Using this strat on sites where you know the wall is going to get opened, kind of like CC on Clubhouse, is a great idea. The entire point of this strat is you put a deployable shield facing the wall that you think is going to get breached open. This is completely bait, because if this guy decides to try to run in the breach just like this, you can sit behind the shield and throw a nitro cell just like this and kill him. And the best part about it is the fact that you can see through the shield, so you'll know when they're coming up, and because you're actually behind the deployable shield, you have the cover to throw the nitro from absolute cover and get a free kill just like this. Now, the last strat was great for preventing the bomb from getting down, but this one is great if you want to actually get the bomb down as an attacker, and that is bringing smoke grenades and then bringing flash grenades. Now let's say that you're in a place where you have to have smokes on the board to be able to plant successfully, which is trying to attack the armory and church site on the basement of Clubhouse. If you want to be able to do a hatch drop, having this utility is super important. For example, if I want to use my smoke grenades, using them on a rotate like this is great. I can smoke this off, I can smoke the box and the blue door off like this, and then I can send flashes wherever I think a defender might be. So maybe one deep armory if you don't miss, like I completely did just there. One on the box, one for AK rack, and then once the flashes go off and the smokes are still up, you can drop, get a plant down here, and if you do it quickly, unlike me, the smokes will still be up by the time you have the bomb down, and because you flashed in, you might be able to get a free kill or two before you get the bomb down, and overall, it just makes going for plants a lot safer, especially in a meta where there's a bunch of shields going everywhere. Being able to run smokes and flashes if you see that your random teammates are running shields can be super helpful to not only them, but you if you have the diffuser. Speaking of solo queue, one thing that sucks about solo queue is the fact that you can never rely on your teammates to set up site correctly or use any of their utility, which is why this next strat is going to be bringing barbed wire and also proximity alarms. Having the ability to bring 2 sets of barbed wire and 2 prox alarms means as one person, you can cover 4 different entry points into the site, which is great if you know you have teammates that aren't going to do that for you. For example, if I'm in the site, gym, and bedroom on Clubhouse, this is a site with a lot of entrances. You have main stairs, you have the lodgy hatch, you have one lodgy rotate, a second lodgy rotate, the master door, the other master door, the master window, the jacuzzi wall, and the gym window. That's a lot of different entrances that you have to worry about, especially if you're solo queuing and you know your teammates are not going to be helping with all of that. So what I do, for example, if we're on this site right here, is I'll put a prox alarm under the window that's really common for people to walk into. I'll put, let's say, barbed wire somewhere on the top of main stairs so they can't just rush up. I'll put a prox alarm somewhere on the con door, and then maybe some barbed wire somewhere in Logi to make it to where if they drop the hatch or they go through the rotate, you'll at least hear it. So now I have 4 out of 5 of the entry points covered, and you can flex to whatever your teammates do. So if your teammates end up covering one spot, then boom, you can cover the rest. So it's very good for solo queue players if you know that your teammates are going to be doing terribly, because again, just as one player, I covered 1, 2, 3, 4 different entry points, which is why this is one of the best recruit strats for any player watching this video. An even better solo queue strat though is bringing hard breaching charges with normal breaching charges. So again, I'll bring you back to Gym Bedroom on Clubhouse. This is a site where there's a lot to open. You have 3 castles to open. You have the jacuzzi wall, the logi hatch, the con wall, the CC wall, and the cache wall. So there's just a lot of things that you have to open in order to create pressure onto the bomb site, which is really good if you bring breaching charges and hard breaching charges. Because if I'm bringing breaching charges and there's these 3 castles right here, I can easily just get this one right here. I can get the master window castle. And I can get the con window castle. And then if I need to, I can also go over here and get these 2 reinforced walls. Or if I have a hard breacher on my team that's already doing that, I can then get the con wall over here so that he can get the jacuzzi wall, or vice versa. Because, you know, typically this wall will be reinforced. And boom, that's another angle. And then also you can get the logi hatch. So you were able to open 5 different entry points as one single attacker, which is very, very good for you. A SoloQ strat that you can reliably use in every single round, though, is this next one with observation blockers and a bulletproof camera. Now you might be thinking, how at all is this good? Well, let me show you. The entire point of the strat is to protect the bulletproof camera. When you put it down just like this, you're going to use the 3 observation blockers provided to you to cover that camera. So if this camera right here watches all the way into the main hallway and the main stairs, I can easily stop any drones from coming down there, right? That's pretty good. It's the entire point. However, if they drone it out, they can pretty easily get it, which is why you're going to put an observation blocker on the door right here. Now, if he were to drone all the way down this hallway, he would not be able to see my bulletproof camera until he got all the way down there, to which then I could just zap his Twitch drone and then easily shoot it. Given that you also have multiple observation blockers, you can either stack one in front of the other to make it even harder for them to get it, just like this. So now he has to go through 1 and then 2 different layers of observation blockers, or you can put observation blockers in other places. So let's say that you're not worried about main stairs, but you're worried about main stairs and blue stairs. Well, then you can have one of them cover main stairs, one of them cover blue stairs, just like this. And then the other one can cover like dirt or the hatch drop, whatever you want. You can have a lot of different places that these observation blockers cover because you have 3 of them to protect 1 camera. I don't know why this blocker is glitching out, but you get the idea. One thing I talked about earlier is how shields are really prevalent right now. So if you want to be able to counter them, you should run impact grenades and a nitro cell. Let's say the Monty's attacking me, and I'm trying to bait him into this doorway, which makes it way easier for my explosives to go off. I could easily throw a nitro cell here, and when he walks in, blow it up, and now that'll expose him for me to shoot him. But also, if he walks forward, I have 2 more impact grenades that will hurt him a lot more as well, which can win you the round sometimes. Another operator that I can teach you to counter with Recruit is Fenrir. Now, he did get nerfed, but a lot of people, myself included, think that he's still a viable operator. So if you want to be able to counter Fenrir, one of the best options is bringing EMP grenades with flash grenades. Let's say I know for a fact that Fenrir is inside of Janitor, and he also has a mine on the top of the door right here. If I want to not only take care of this mine, but also take care of him inside of the closet, an easy way to do that would be by bringing EMP grenades to counter the Fenrir mine, just like that. And then I can bring a flash grenade to stun the player, and then once he's blinded, I could go in for the kill. Now, just like shields and Fenrir are pretty common right now, so is rushing. If you want to counter somebody who's rushing, like an Ashe player or an Amaru player like this, then what you should do is bring impact grenades and proximity alarms. Let me show you why. If I, for example, have the stock windows right here that people love to rush through, I can put a prox alarm under both of the windows, one on the left and also one on the right. Now, if there's a soft wall next to where you think they're going to rush, the second that you hear them walking into the window just like this, you can throw your impact grenade and then go for a free kill once you see them. And if it's in a tight confined space like a doorway as well, it'll be a lot easier for you to know where to pre-fire once the hole is there. Now, if the last one doesn't work, this one definitely will, if you're still trying to stop rushers just like that. And what you want to do is bring a bulletproof camera and a nitro cell. First of all, you want to put your bulletproof camera looking into somewhere that you think they're going to rush in. For example, I have my bulletproof camera right here, watching if anybody goes into the square double door, just like him over there. The best place to do this strat, preferably, is wherever there is a soft floor, just like that. That way, after the prep phase ends and they're not droning you anymore, you can pre-place a C4 under the floor, just like that, so that when you get on your BP just like this, and you see them, you can easily get that nitro kill. But that's pretty much it for this video. My name's Alka, check out this next video, and I hope I'll see you there. Later.